Any update on Luis Garcia?
Yeah, he's feeling a lot better. He had a bullpen session today, made some adjustments, and yeah, he's doing pretty good.
Okay, Chandler.
As far as Game 4 goes, would he be? What are your options for Game 4, and maybe how you could piece that together?
Well, we're not exactly sure yet, so we'll address that probably after Game 3. You don't want to just tell everybody, and especially the opposition. You just don't want to tell them everything. So we got a few options. We got some plans, but a lot of it depends on Game 3.
Okay, Adam, and then Brian.
The Red Sox stay pretty static with their lineup.
Who?
The Red Sox.
Yes.
They'll stay pretty static with their lineup. Does that make it any easier to try and map out these games from a pitching standpoint?
Yeah, there's no surprises. You can map out these games, but you don't know which order that they're going to put them in. They're going to have the cast of the same guys, and it might change your mapping from day to day depending on who's leading off. As you see, one day was Schwarber leading off, and then he was batting second, and then Martinez was batting cleanup, and then he was batting fifth the last game. So it just depends on, we'll map it out once we get their lineup.
Okay, Brian, Christie, then back to Chandler.
Dusty, what are some of the positives that you can take away from yesterday's game?
Well, I answered that yesterday. The fact that, you like to see Yuli get started. Yuli had a good game. The fact that everybody knows our team's not going to quit. We got some good work out of our bullpen, and we came out healthy. This is what I pray for every day, that you come out of each day, in good health.
Hey, Christie, Chandler, then Jesse. Hey, Christie.
What are some of the added challenges of not only playing on the road, but playing 3 straight games on the road?
Mm-hmm. Well, everybody knows the road is difficult. Probably the challenges are going to be here more than anything are the weather conditions. Playing outside, or here we're playing more of a controlled environment. It's supposed to be, I heard it's supposed to be like cold, like New England fall cold, but this is something that you have to, put out of your mind. And, that's probably the major challenge. The wall is probably, one of the main challenges, for our outfielders and infielders, especially if you hadn't been there. They know their wall and their stadium better than anybody. Very little foul territory down the left field line. I think it's only a foot or two or less. So that's a major challenge. It changes your cutoffs and relay positions. Your infielders have to go out more. You got caroms down the line, and you got caroms off the wall.
Okay, Chandler, Jesse.
Dusty, does Castro's continued production offensively make you maybe want to give him a start at some point in this series, especially 3 in a row now in Boston?
Well, it's going to matter on who's pitching for us and who's pitching for them, So, you're going to need everybody on the team. And, once we just determine and, who's starting for us and who's starting for them, then we'll see.
Okay, Jesse, then Gabe.
Actually, I had 2 for you, Dusty. Now, you
Yep.
mentioned you obviously could have worked out today at Fenway. Do you think tomorrow takes care of all those things you just mentioned, being able to just have batting practice there?
Well, it's a late game. It's 8 o'clock. Mm-hmm. So therefore, some of our guys can go out there, a little bit earlier. We thought it was better that we work out here versus leave early in the morning, get there, work out, have a late dinner. I wanted my guys to work out here, and then get into Boston early enough to have a nice meal and, relaxing time, much like, I don't know, you ever seen Gladiator movies?
Sure.
They always have a good meal before the fight.
And you mentioned Luis Garcia in the bullpen.
Mm-hmm.
You said he made some adjustments. Can you expand on that exactly? Okay,
No.
not really. Okay.
All right, Gabe, then Danielle.
Hey, Dusty. Just
Hey, man.
given the opponent and the stakes and the fact that your bullpen's had to take on a lot of work already, how big of a challenge is it going to be for Jose and your Game 4 starter and presumably Framber going in there and getting it done?
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, we'll see if they rise to the occasion or not. You know, I mean, they've done it in the past. You know, Jose, I think he's a little rookie pitching in the World Series. So, you know, and he's a very calm, cool, very mature dude. And so, you know, if anybody can handle it, you know, like Jose, you know, we feel can handle it. And so we feel very confident with Jose. You know, Framber should take us a lot deeper in the game than he did the other day. I mean, sometimes, regardless of the game or the stakes or whatever it is, you know, you don't have the same quality every day. And so, you know, the fact that he didn't throw too many pitches, you know, we feel is going to be to his benefit.
And just to clarify on Luis, he's staying on the roster? You don't have any plans to replace him, or
No.
do you know that?
No.
Okay, Danielle, and back to Chandler.
I know you said you're still weighing your options for Game 4, but Zack Greinke obviously has yet to pitch. Is he going to be one of the options at the forefront of your mind?
Yes. Yep. Good question.
Okay, Chandler, and then Brian.
So you just mentioned Framber. Would he be your Game 5 starter?
Like I said, I mean, we don't know. Depends on how games, you know, 3 go. I mean, that's a very important game in a 7-game series, that third game. So we'll see. We'll see how the third game goes.
I guess as a follow-up, everyone talks about how resilient his arm is and how he can bounce back probably better than anyone on staff.
Correct.
Would you have any qualms pitching him on short rest if you had to?
Well, no, not really, because short rest, you know, when he didn't work very deep or long, it's kind of like not short rest, kind of half rest.
Okay, Brian, one more.
Dusty, do you have any updates on Jake Myers?
Yeah, I mean, Jake threw today. You know, he looked better, you know, than he had the last few days, and so then we'll make a decision on that tomorrow. He's doing a lot better.
Okay,
Okay.
With in-house questions, that said, I do have a couple more that were written in from
Yes.
MLB sent to us. So, one was from Peter Abraham of the Boston Globe. This was your first season you ever managed at Fenway Park, and you only played 8 games there in your career. Any particular memories of Fenway Park that you have as a player, or just managing there earlier this year?
You know, it has its challenges. It's very, I mean, it's a very historical park. I mean, you know, I thought about Ted Williams playing there and Carl Yastrzemski and my teammate Reggie Jackson and, you know, the number of great players, Tony Canigliaro, that I, you know, grew up watching. And, yeah, I just, you know, like I said, it's confined. Oh, yeah, the main memory I have of Fenway, I was walking to Fenway from the hotel. I don't remember what hotel we stayed at. And then I asked them how to get to the hotel, how to get to Fenway, and they told me go around the corner, do this, do that, bam. And so I was right in front of Fenway, and I asked some guy, I said, because I didn't see it. I didn't see any lights. You know, I didn't see the high stadiums that you're used to seeing. And I asked some guy, I says, hey, man, how to get to Fenway? And he asked me, what, he's some wise ass or something? He says, it's right there. I said, oh, okay, thank you.
And you met Reggie Smith, right? Reggie Smith, your teammate.
Oh, yeah, Reggie Smith, you know, was my teammate. I mean, you know, he had a little tough time in Boston at that time. And, you know, I mean, it's a great town. I mean, I spent, you know, time in Boston going to see MIT and going to see Boston College and going to see Harvard and walked around Harvard Square. And so I felt a lot smarter when I left there.
Okay, all the questions that were submitted have been asked already, so we are done.
Okay, all right.
Thank you for the
Thank
time, guys. We'll have an update for you on Garcia hopefully soon. Let me know when you're ready. My apologies. We do have a bus to catch, so we have to keep this a little bit brief. So we'll start with Christy right here. Go ahead, Brian. And Andrew is here along to translate if necessary.
Dusty told us you're feeling pretty good. Can you just talk to us about how you're feeling today?
Yeah, I feel really good. My knee yesterday was hurting a little bit, but today I feel really good throwing and I'm good.
Okay, Adam.
When did your knee start to bother you yesterday?
When?
Yes.
Between innings.
And Dusty had said that it's something that had been a little on and off with you throughout the year. Just how bad has it been, and I guess when did the pain first start happening?
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of dealing with that like the year long, I think, but it was something that I could control. And I don't know, yesterday was something different, and that's why I came out of the game.
Okay, Gabe, and then Christy.
Luis, when do you think you might be able to pitch again in the series?
I don't know, not sure.
Okay, Christy, and then in the back.
Are you happy or relieved that it wasn't anything bad and it looks like you're going to be able to pitch more this season?
Yeah, I mean, I'm really happy that anything is bad, and I think I'll be ready for next one.
Okay, Luis.
Luis, acá atrás, si me das dos preguntas, por favor. La primera, ¿cómo te sientes? Y si nos puedes describir qué tipo de dolor sentiste.
Just how is he feeling in general? What kind of pain was it that he was feeling?
Oh, me siento muy bien. Sentí así como un pinchazo en la rodilla, pero nada, no sé, ayer fue un poquito más diferente, un poquito más doloroso, pero ahorita todo está bien, gracias a Dios.
Yeah, I feel good. Nothing too serious. I just felt a little bit of a pinch in my knee there. That was a little bit more painful yesterday than normal, but everything's fine now, thank God.
Hey, Adam. Okay, you're good. Go ahead, Luis, go ahead.
Una más, Luis, Dusty mencionó que vas a seguir en la plantilla, o sea, no te van a descartar. Esa es buena señal, me imagino. ¿Anticipas poder volver a pichar?
Dusty said that he's not going to be removed from the roster. If that's a good sign that he'll be able to pitch again in the series.
Yeah, así, exacto, o sea, me siento muy bien y creo que cuando ellos decían que vuelva a pichar, yo creo que estaré bien.
Yeah, I feel really good, and I think whenever they say that it's time for me to get back on the mound, I'll be good to go.
Okay, one more for Gabe.
Luis, yesterday didn't go the way you wanted it to go, but is there anything you can take from that and learn from and maybe make adjustments to if you face the Red Sox again this week?
I mean, yeah, I think yesterday I was really excited for the game. I was really ready for it. The homer happened, you know, all that stuff happened, but I think I was ready. After that inning happened what happened, and I think I can learn about that and get to the next game and just be ready.
Okay, folks, we got to wrap up now. Thanks for your time. Thank you, Luis and Andrew.